All right, Shalom. This is Howard One Bun Yasha Allah of the Lions Den Camp. Before I begin, I want to say Kal Halayim, La Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Harakah Kwadash, Ma'amah. Double honor to the elder apostles of GMS and the elders. Shalom to you, Akim, Nakwatim and children that believe in sincerity and truth around the four corners of the earth. Um, today's video is about a recent bombshell. What do they call it? A revelation revealing that they said Congress or the government just put out of a um, clear UFO or Chariot sighting that happened in 2024, October 2024, over Yemen. All right, and we know that's where the wars are happening at over there around Yemen, dealing with uh, Israel. Right. Well, this happened today. They put it out. Um, a lot of people have speculations about why they chose now to put this out, dealing with the whole Epstein situation. But that ain't important. The important part is the information that they're hiding. All right, and what these chariots can do. This is low level of what they can do. Now, it's stated that uh, whatever country it was the U.S. They said the U.S. All right, Babylon shot a Hellfire missile at this chariot. They ain't want to send no message, say hello, nothing. Where you come from? What's your name? But they just soon as they see it, they just attack it. You know, like it's one of these damn Godzilla movies. So they shoot a Hellfire missile at it, man. And I'm gonna show you what a Hellfire missile is if you're not you never heard of one. All right. So this is the thumbnail. What the hell is that? That's what that was their response. What the hell is that? So they shoot a Hellfire missile at it. All right. What the hell is that? And that's what they're gonna say. Uh, what's that? I'm gonna get that real quick so I don't want to get off track. But let's go to Revelations 7:1 real quick. All right, before we even start this joint off. I mean 1 and 7, so like Revelations 1 and 7. Behold, he cometh with clouds, and those clouds is what they got a glimpse of. All right, the chariots of the Most High. But they're calling UFOs, UAPs, flying saucers, etc., etc. All right, let me see. You can't even see it. That joint is like a ball of light. So look at the old one. All right, so they're saying, what the hell is that? Now you remember a few years back they had this one that they showed, and they called it a Tic Tac. But we know they used to call them flying saucers before the 1950s. They called them flying saucers. Then they changed it and made it more inclusive for Tic Tac shapes, um, orbs. They call them orbs, right? So they made it more inclusive, and they started calling them UFOs. Then they went from UFOs to now orbs, UAPs, etc., etc. All right. So matter of fact, I'm gonna show you. Get this article. It says they call they call some UFOs orbs now. All right. So that's all you're gonna hear is this orb, right? It says they call UFOs orbs now because It is a more descriptive and accurate term for a common type of sighting in the modern era. The shift reflects both changes in what people report seeing and the overall evolution of terminology used for unexplained area phenomena. All right. It says here the origin of flying saucer. The term originated with the Kenneth Arnold sighting in 1947. All right, right after World War II. The civilian pilot described the objects moving as like a saucer skipping across water, like a flying saucer skipping through the water or across water, the Shemayim. Newspapers um, mistakenly reported that the objects were saucer shaped, and the term took hold in popular culture. It's not a mistake if he said that's what he saw. He said it was like a saucer skipping across water. It looked like this is, so he said the newspaper mistakenly reported the details as a saucer. All right. Now it says here military and scientific investigators found that the flying saucer description was misleading because not all reported objects were disc shaped. See, so they didn't want a misleading term to define these crafts. Thus says the father of lies, right? Esau, man. The U.S. Air Force officially adopted the more general term unidentified flying object in 1952 to be more inclusive of other shapes like spheres, triangles, and tic tacs. All right, so this is many modern reports from military personnel and civilians describe objects as glowing. All right, glowing, man. Spherical, metallic, or translucent balls of light, orbs, is simply the most fitting word for this specific shape. And the reason I don't like orb because they try to make it look, the orb can sound small. These things have some size to them, right? So they call it an orb or a cigar, make you think of something small. But I want to play a video of what just happened. All right, I'm gonna play this real quick. Check this out.
Lou Elizondo, and Mr. Gold, and the many others that have come forward. We hear you, and it's time that we, enough is enough. It's time that we take action. Look, I'm not jumped to the conclusion that I believe that there are, aliens coming from another planet. But I'm open to that.
Yeah, but
and I
open
think that
to
it's
it.
our responsibility.
See, now they starting to be open to it. That's Wisdom of Solomon chapter 5. So far beyond all that they're looking for. All right. And there you go. Revelations 1:7. Behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him. And they also which pierced him, and all kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him. So that's what's coming. All right, let me turn this music down. He's open to the idea of it.
Especially when we're seeing that we have a government that is actively blocking information from us. Just last night, I tried to get an amendment onto the National Defense Authorization Act that fit in the germaneness of that bill to have UAP disclosure. And conveniently, it was named non-germane, mostly deemed by staff, not even an elected official. This is the kind of stuff that we repeatedly see. Last year, we were blocked by someone in House administration from being able to receive a full briefing from Arrow. So not an elected official, but someone in staff blocked us. And I've had it. Enough is enough. I want to cue up a video that I've been given. And
So
as
basically, he
before
tied.
it starts, I'm going to describe this was taken October.
So they're basically saying that, you know, let's get that real quick. All right. This is John 8:44. Ye are of your father the devil. All right. Oh, my bad, Salaki. When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own, for he is a liar and the father of it. That's the point I want. All right. So whoever that worker that hid the information, that you know, they're of their father the devil. It says here. Look at this. Mm, there you go. It says Psalms 58:3, the wicked are estranged from the womb, and the Lord don't deal with them even from their birth. All right. Uh, the wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born. That's Edom, and especially in these other nations. As soon as they be born, speaking lies. See, everything they know about the heavens and the chariots, they're gonna lie about it. All right. Even if they know the truth, they're gonna lie about it. It says their poison is like the poison of a serpent, man. It'll destroy you if you take in their poison. All right, their lies. Because the scriptures say that the Lord is going to show up, Yahweh Shai and his holy angels riding upon white horses with white garments on. All right, in formation. And this is a precursor to what we're witnessing right now.
30th of 2024. This video is of an MQ-9 drone tracking an orb or this object off the coast of Yemen. You'll see that another MQ-9 launched a Hellfire missile. That you cannot see that drone, and so I'm not going to explain it to you. You'll see exactly what it does.
I'll explain it real quick before I even play the video. Let me show you. I hate to keep the suspense going. Um, let's go here. I want to show you something real quick. Where's that picture at? No, this one. All right, this is what they shot at. They shot something called a um a Hellfire missile. All right, it's called basically a precision missile that carries no explosives. It's basically like a giant Gensu blade. Once it gets close, these swords, it says 6 blades shoot out the sides of it. So it'd be like a knife going inside you, a person, and then them blades that just open up inside. Once the sword goes in. Um, so it's like a giant shredder and super precision, meaning they could hit somebody. I was watching a video with Joe Rogan. I think it was Joe Rogan, and they was talking about this specific missile, and they said it's like something out of a scary movie, meaning it could hit a person in the front seat of a car and not do anything to a person in the back seat on the left. If they're on the right side and they get hit with this missile from a distance, it won't explode. It'll just turn them into dust right in the front seat, and nobody else will be touched. That's how precise these missiles are. All right, and yep, there you go. And they shot it from this type of drone. One drone was tracking the chariot, while the other drone shot the missile. And if they didn't want to, the angels didn't have to let them hit the chariot with the missile. This was a message of what's to come. Just to show you the size of those missiles, they got some size to them. All right, and you can see how big the Chariot is compared to this missile. Once I play the video, but it says the R9X, right? America's secret unaliver. Just before impact, six blades shoot out of the side of the missile. The blades, right? Then they got this one, R9X missile fitted with lasers dropped to hit target. It's the MQ-9 Reaper drone. So that's what it was. It was this one with the blades and the laser. All right, laser precision, remotely manned drone with sophisticated cameras and carrying missile flies over target. So that's what they hit it with. Just one of the most accurate, precise missiles. All right, to hit tanks. It's mostly used for tanks and such. All right, let's see. It says the search term M9 drone is likely a confusion for the MQ9 Reaper, an unmanned aerial vehicle produced by General Atomics. The AGM-114 Hellfire missile is a primary armament. All right, cool. Um, it says the function. The Hellfire missile is an anti-armor air-to-ground missile used to engage targets like vehicles. So they're basically saying that what they saw, what they call an orb, is really a vehicle. All right, because that's what they were shooting at. Vehicles, tanks, bunkers, or individuals with high accuracy and low collateral damage. All right, so this is what they decided to shoot at this chariot, man. So let's play the video, and it's going to show this. That's why I wanted to give you a description of what this Hellfire missile is and what it can do, and look at the effect that it has on, or the lack thereof, that it has on this chariot, man. Look at this. First of all, it's glowing. Look at that glow on it. Boom. It bounced right off. The chariot just keep going. It did some type of debris, pushed all the debris off, and it said see, and they said the debris once it hit the chariot and the missile disintegrated, it the debris followed behind the chariot, which means that the chariot has its own gravitational pull. Look, unaffected. Doesn't hear. Gulp. Let's hear what he got to say. Hold on. A whole bank of these kind of videos. They hiding the truth from us, man. that's the point. He said it ain't only about what it is, but why are they being blocked from the info? Whoo. There you go. What the helly? What the helly? All right. So now let's see if I got another clip. Beautiful, man. Beautiful. It's beautiful. We almost out of here, man. All right. And, the Lord said, let me show you this. Let's go to Luke 21 and 28. And when these things begin to come to pass, all right, when the prophecies, especially the last prophecy, the MOTB, and we know they're pushing to set that system up right now, um, especially with the events that are about to happen with the dollar in the coming weeks or months, dealing with Trump, um, and them setting up for a digital system framework. So when these things start to happen, the Lord said, "What? Look up and lift up your heads, for your redemption draweth nigh." Okay, and part of the signs are also the chariots. All right, that's part of the prophecies. So let me see what I got. I want to read this article. He said, "What the hell is that?" Look, it says a house hearing on unidentified aerial phenomena, basically chariots, stunned lawmakers when video evidence showed a U.S. drone. So we know who shot at it. A U.S. drone firing a Hellfire missile at an orb off Yemen, only for the object to remain intact and keep moving, raising urgent questions about technology beyond known military capabilities. Right? You know, let me see something real quick. There you go. This is Isaiah 55 and 9 and 11. So this this is how far advanced the angels' technology is compared to humans or the military, as they say. Isaiah 55 and 9 and 11. I mean 9 to 11. For as the heavens, no, I'm gonna go to 9, just 9. For as the heavens are higher than the earth, so if you can measure how high the heavens are from the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts, man. So we'll, especially Esau, they'll never be able to understand the level of technology that these chariots are using. All right, so far beyond that their understanding. All right, the laws of physics. So go ahead, my bad. All right. So it says that's a Hellfire missile. No, the footage showed a MQ-9 drone tracking a UAP, or as another one struck it. The missile struck the orb, but instead of destroying it, then that was their plan to destroy it. It's crazy. It's crazy, man. It's not gonna happen. The round appeared to bounce right off. That's a Hellfire missile smacking into that UFO. That's what made me look it up. I'm like, damn, they seem shocked that this Hellfire missile didn't do anything. That's a Hellfire missile, basically that can destroy tanks and bunkers, smacking into that UFO, and it just bounced off like it was nothing. Think about that, man. Treated it like a stick or something. And it kept going. Journalist George Knapp said, there are servers where there's a whole bank of these kind of videos that Congress has not been allowed to see. Sheesh. All right. So as you can see, the missile bounced right off, man. And that's debris from the missile, not the chariot. Look at that. Whew, man. It bounced right off. All that's debris from the missile. And it's still getting pulled in the gravitational pull of this chariot. Look at the glow on it. All right. Let's go ahead and get a scripture. It says here, see if I can make this one bigger. One moment. I'll play this one right here. There you go. That way y'all can look at it while I'm reading the scripture. All right. So now I'm gonna go here. This is Revelations 12 and 7. And there was war in heaven. All right, so there's gonna be a war. As you see, they're not talking, they're not trying to say, hey, we're trying to meet you. What's going on? It's like they ready to go to war. And the chariots are holding back. They've shown their capabilities, but they're holding back because the elect have to be sealed. That's Revelation 7. And they can't do anything until Yahweh Shai gets his lick back first. But they can set the missiles off. They can put it like this: one angel has enough power to destroy the whole sun. All right, or to create a whole, destroy or create a whole universe. And they trying to go to war with it. So and there's going to be war in heaven. All right, and there was war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought and his angels. See, the dragon represents this whole Idumean system, you know, and they're shooting missiles at the angels. And what's going to happen? It says, and they prevailed not. You see that? So let me get that prevail. It says to be strong in the body, to prevail, to have power as shown by extraordinary deeds, wield power, to have strength to overcome, to be a force, to avail, to be serviceable, to be able. All right. So that Esau's military and power is nothing compared to the angelic power of Yahweh Bashem Shai. So they prevailed not, just like that missile prevailed not. Neither was their place found any more in heaven. So also they're going to lose their spot in rulership. And the great dragon was cast out. So they're going to be cast out of their place dominating the earth. That old serpent going way back, right? That old serpent, talking about Esau, called the devil. Why? Because they're the deceiver. They're hiding the truth. They even hiding the truth about the chariots. They got banks of videos. Imagine how they look. They probably got some detailed videos of the chariots. And the Most High not allowing them to release them because it's not meant for us to see it yet. That's why the scriptures tell us when to look up. Once these signs come to pass, then look up. All right, because the Lord gonna let us start to see all the chariots, everything. So it's coming out now. That's how you know what is getting closer. So they're the devil, the deceivers, and Satan, the adversary, fighting against the Lord, spiritually and physically, which deceiveth the whole world. All right, calling them aliens, saying they don't exist, hiding the files, hiding the children of Israel, hiding the name of the Lord, putting themselves up as children of God in their images and movies. So which deceiveth the whole world. He was cast out into the earth all right, into slavery, and his angels were cast out with him. And I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now has come salvation and strength. All right, it's going to be taken from Esau and the kingdom of our power and the power of his anointed Yahweh Shai. For the accuser of our brethren is cast down, which accused them before our God day and night. All right, basically afflicting us here in captivity. So the Lord Yahweh is going to send Yahweh Shai and his holy angels um, to free us from captivity. All right. But in the midst of that, it's going to be a war in the heavens, and it's already starting. They already it was this was last year. They were shooting at this missile. I mean, they shot these missiles at this chariot. So the war is already starting. Once you make contact and you hit somebody, that's a declaration of war. All right. I'm gonna play this real quick because they have no possible way of winning a war against the Lord's heavenly host. It's not gonna happen. All right, this is what I want. Make sure I got my sound. All right, it says here, Second Ezra 13, and I don't want to read the whole. Actually, I read. Sheesh. Okay, I start from 25. This is the meaning of division. All right, because this is when Yahweh Shai shows up and he goes to war with all these militaries. You know, and that's when the Reagan Declaration that if some outside force or threat showed up on Earth, that all the nations would stop fighting against each other and turn and fight against this. You know, what they would assume as an enemy. So this is the meaning of the vision. Whereas thou sawest a man coming up from the midst of the seas, talking about a chariot, and Yahweh Shai is going to be on it. A huge chariot the size of a mountain. Just like that three-eyed atlas that they're talking about out in the Shemayim. All right, that's what it means, coming out of Shemayim. And the same is he whom Yahweh the highest have kept a great season. That's why it's so secret, because the Most High is really keeping the information hidden. All right, the invisible power, which by his own self shall deliver his creatures. Talking about Israel. He shall order them that are left behind. So left behind means the ones that make it through the destruction, the coming destruction, that are preserved. All right. He said they're going to be ordered, meaning what? He's going to tell them to fight. He's going to put the laws in their inward part, give them spiritual power, and give them uh, judgments to hand out. All right. It says, and whereas thou sawest that out of his mouth there came as a blast of wind and fire and storm, and that he held neither sword. Basically, the Lord got straight precision nuclear energy that he can blast at you like a laser. All right. And that he held neither sword nor any instrument of war. So you ain't gonna see no missiles hanging off of these chariots. But at the rushing in of him destroyed the whole multitude that came to subdue him. This is the interpretation. Behold, the days come when the Most High will begin to deliver them that are upon the earth. And that's what we're seeing, the beginning of deliverance. That's why you're hearing about three-eyed Atlas and all these chariots popping up. And it says, behold, the days come when the Most High will begin to deliver them that are upon the earth. Meaning, he's going to send the deliverer. All right. He said, defending, he shall also deliver. As birds flying. They're going to be in formation, flying from a long distance, from space, from the spirit world. Behold, the days come when the Most High will begin to deliver them that are upon the earth, talking about the Israelites, the elect, because the rest of the elect are in the heavens already, the spirit, they're in the spirit world. All right. And he shall come to the what? To the astonishment of them that dwell on the earth. Because so far beyond all that they look for, because they told the people, especially here in America, have been told so many lies and around the world. So astonishment, he's gonna come to the astonishment. Um, why? Because it says he's been kept a great season, 2,000 years. Yahweh Shai has been hidden on the right hand of the Father, sitting on the throne. All right, I'm gonna get this word astonishment. Astonishment means a state of being amazed or shocked with wonder. What does it say? Here you go. What they say? What the hell is that? They're in shock. All right. So let's check out this other clip real quick before I go on with these scriptures. All right, check this out.
You'll see those files that I shared with you. They did find stuff. There was an incident in October of 1982 over an ICBM base where UFOs popped up, was observed over this base where the missiles are pointed at us, United States. These UFOs perform incredible maneuvers. They split apart, they fuse back together, they'd appear and disappear. And right at the end of this 4-hour period, the launch control codes for the ICBMs lit up. Something entered the correct codes. The missiles were fired up and ready to launch, and they could not shut it down. The Russian officers were panicking. The UFOs they disappeared. The launch control system goes back to normal. Colonel Sokolov and his team came in, took the thing apart, could not figure out what it was. It wasn't a power surge or EMPs or some of the baloney excuses that our country has given for similar events involving our nuclear missiles. They thought it was a message from wherever the UFOs were from. And that's a chilling thing. I mean, we were a couple of seconds away from World War III starting, and the UFOs were responsible for it.
Whoo. Come on, man. The UFOs were responsible for it. All right. Look at that, man. It's crazy, right? So he said these chariots showed up and they did all kind of formations, like as we read in I think it's in First Maccabees chapter 5, where it talks about let me get it. All right, let me get it on my phone real quick so it'll be faster. There you go. It says Second Maccabees, my bad. Yeah, Second Maccabees 5, I think. Yeah. About the same time, all right, Second Maccabees 5:1. About the same time Antiochus prepared his second voyage into Egypt, that was 169 BC. All right. Uh and then it happened that through all the city, just like right now it's happening. All right. For the space of almost 40 days. So this was he said was 4 hours. The chariots would appear, they would separate and they would just mold back together and then disappear again. All right. There were seen horsemen running in the air. All right. Horsemen. So there's men or angels that look like men, according to Ezekiel chapter 1, controlling this chariots. All right. Running in the air, man. In cloth of gold and armed with lances like a band of soldiers. See, these are the Lord's soldiers and troops of horsemen. So it was a fleet of chariots in array, encountering and running one against another. What did he say again?
missiles are pointed at us, United States. These UFOs perform incredible maneuvers. They split apart, they fuse back together, they'd appear and disappear. And right at the end of this,
He said they split apart, they fuse back together. At Second Maccabees 5:3, and the troops of horsemen in array, encountering and running one against another. All right. With shaking of shields and multitude of pikes and drawing of swords, basically declaring war like a message, and casting of darts and glittering of golden ornaments and harness of all sorts. Wherefore every man prayed that the apparition might turn to good. They're like, yo, what message is this? Is this a message of war? They wanted to be good instead.
4-hour period, the launch control codes for the ICBMs lit up. Something entered the correct codes. The missiles were fired up and ready to launch, and they could not shut it down. The Russian officers were panicking. The UFOs they disappeared. The launch control system goes back to normal. Colonel Sokolov and his team came in, took the thing apart, could not figure out what it was. It wasn't a power surge or EMPs or some of the baloney excuses that our country has given for similar events involving our nuclear missiles. They thought it was a message from wherever the UFOs were from. And that's a chilling thing. I mean, we were a couple of seconds away from World War III starting, and the UFOs were responsible for it.
Mm. How would the scripture say that? Can a sparrow fall to the ground without the Most High? All right, so a war ain't gonna start until the Most High says so. Revelation 7, it says the angels have power over it. Let's get that real quick, man. All right. Yeah, it said look up because your redemption draweth nigh. But I want to get that in what was I about to get? Okay, Revelation 7. Let's go to Revelation 7:1. It says, Revelation 7:1. And after these things, I saw 4 angels standing on the 4 corners of the earth, so on the 4 hemispheres of the earth, holding the 4 winds of the earth, so holding back World War III, all right, the destruction, that the wind should not blow on the earth, nor on the sea, nor on any tree. So they're the ones that's controlling it. They're the ones that have the 7 last plagues that blow the trumpet, right? Everything coming from the heavens, and is manifest. The judgment is manifest in this world, in this matrix, all right? So these angels were showing Russia that the Most High is controlling everything, not them. And those missiles are going to be shot at the U.S. Because when these chariots showed up, and they were um, their missiles, the ICBM base was being manipulated by the chariots. The target that they placed in there was towards America, and that was in the 1980s. They said, or yeah, I think it was 1980s. All right, it wasn't time yet, but they're showing that the Most High controls everything, all right, and ruleth in the kingdom of men. Right, Revelation 7:3, saying, "Hurt not the earth, neither the sea, nor the trees, till we have sealed the service of our power in their forehead." Like, whoa, the Most High, look, and I saw another angel ascending from the east, having the seal of the living power, and he cried with a loud voice to the 4 angels to whom it was given to hurt the earth and the sea, the 4 archangels, all right, that's going to bring the destruction, saying, "Hurt not the earth, neither the sea, nor the trees," because that's what it's going to do. It's going to damage everything on the soil, till we have sealed the service of our power in their foreheads. All right. So 1981 could have been one of those times to where the angels like, nah, not yet, because the angels want to bring that destruction. and they were messing with Russia's missiles and cut them on, and were about to launch them and sent pointed it towards America. And then they just dipped out and it shut down. All right. Saying, hurt not the earth, no, not yet. All right. Because the Most High wanted to bring it, he would, like DMX. Bring it. All right. So let me read this. So he's gonna come to the astonishment of them that dwell on the earth. All right. This is Isaiah. I mean, not Isaiah. Second Ezra 16, 61. He made man. So the Most High Yahweh created man. Even Yahweh Shai created man and put his heart in the midst of the body. Even that's a miracle, to put a heart in the middle of a human body and have it start to pump blood and put the spirit into the body, and gave him breath, life, see, and understanding. Yea, and the spirit of Almighty Yahweh, which made all things, and searcheth out all hidden things in the secrets of the earth. So he even controlled the hearts of a human body and their mind. Surely he know of your inventions. You're right, because the Most High created them. He created the smith to blow up the coals in the fire that creates the missiles. The Lord created the scientists that create the missiles. So surely he know of your inventions. Right? Surely he's prepared for a damn hellfire missile. Surely he know of your inventions and what ye think in your hearts. Ooh, so he know what they're thinking, and he's showing them what they're thinking in their hearts. All right. And he was showing Russia like this missile gonna go towards America. Deep, man. Even then, even them that sin and would hide their sin, all right, especially Esau, just like the Egyptians tried to hide what they were doing to us and their plans. Esau trying to hide their corruption and persecution of the Israelites. It says, therefore hath Yahweh exactly searched out. So Yahweh Shai has exactly searched out all your works, hellfire missiles, ICBMs, lasers, whatever you could think of, and he will put you all to shame. He's gonna put them all to shame. All right. Um, it's crazy, man. All the nations are gonna be put to shame because they're all gonna turn to fight against the Lord. You see that? So, Psalms 144 and 1. Blessed be Yahweh my strength, which teacheth my hands to war and my fingers to fight. All right, because he's gonna raise us up in the last days as well to fight with him. My goodness, or fight by Yahweh Shai's side. My goodness, my fortress, my high power, my high tower, my deliverer, my shield, and he in whom I trust, who subdueth my people under me. Right? We trust in the Lord's salvation, his protection. Here you go. Psalms 91 and 1. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. Basically in his presence. All right, under his protection. And secret places is truth, in the altar. I will say of Yahweh, he is my refuge, my fortress, my power, in him will I trust. Right? You don't want to trust in Esau's weaponry and his words and his promises. No, we trust in the Lord and his chariots. Same way Moses and the Israelites trusted and walked under the fire by night and the cloud by day, the chariots. Surely he shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler. So the snare of the fowler is the same one that shot the hellfire missiles. All right, the bird catchers. and from the noisome pestilence, and from the missiles, right? So we're seeing an example. The hellfire missiles can't do anything to the chariots. So what happened when the elect get taken up into the chariots and the fires, they scarcely make it. And the Lord said, "What? Rest here in your chambers until the indignation be overpassed." And they say they saw, as it were, a sea of glass mingled with fire. So that fire is not going to do anything to the chariots. Probably clean the dust off of it if there's any dust on it at all. So and he shall cover thee with his feathers. His feathers are the angels, and under his wings, so under the chariots, under his covering and protection, shalt thou trust. His truth shall be thy shield and buckler. That's going to be our confidence in that day. All right, the truth. So, all right, it says, there shall no evil befall thee, neither shall any plague come nigh thy dwelling. Verse 10. For he shall give his angels charge over thee to keep thee in all thy ways. And that's the thing, man. And they shall bear thee up in their hands, lest thou dash thy foot against a stone. So you're going to trust that these chariots are going to take you up and protect you. And you don't shoot, by looking at this, I trust it. Oh yeah, if you saw a car that can get hit like that and not be affected, you'd be like, yeah, yes, I'll take it. So Psalms 144:3, and what is man that thou takest knowledge of him? So the Lord ain't, what is man that the Lord even searched out all his works? Or the son of man that thou makest account of him, right? Or the elect that he even worried about us. Man is like to vanity, his days are as a shadow that passeth away. So their rulership is like a shadow that's passing away. Bow thy heavens, O Yahweh, and come down. Touch the mountains, and they shall smoke. Cast forth lightning and scatter them. Shoot out thine arrows and destroy them. Send thine hand from above. Rid me, deliver me out of the great waters, from the hand of strange children. Esau today, whose mouth speak vanity, and their right hand is a right hand of falsehood. Nothing but lies, man. Hiding the truth, hiding the files. They got banks of information that they're hiding. Um, but the Lord said, Obadiah 1:3, the pride of thine heart hath deceived thee, man. All the technology, money, and warfare, destruction upon this earth. They's gonna shoot a missile at something from outer space, like you know. Um, so the pride of thine heart has deceived thee. Thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rocks. That's what Esau did in Edom. They lived in the caves, all right, in Petra, and they also used that as a defense. They thought the caves were a defense to them, hiding places, just like now. Whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? You see that? So they saying who gonna bring him down to the ground? They don't even think the chariots could bring him down. They deceiving themselves. All right. Let me see if I got anything else I want to show here real quick. Yeah, Con. All right. What's this one? All right. Is that second Ezra's? No, I already read it. There you go. So we good, man. All right. So that was it on this one. I think. Let me make sure. Yeah. I read all the precepts I want to kind of bring out on this. And it says, I'll read this one real fast. Matthew's 24:32. No, 24:30. And then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven. All right. Um, One of those signs are the chariots. And then shall then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn for joy or for fear, you know. And they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds. Can you imagine seeing that today? A lot of brothers would be crying, man. Coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory. And he shall send his angels. That's one of the angels we're looking at getting hit with a missile and being unaffected by it. He shall send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect from the four winds. So it's going to be a salvation all over the four hemispheres of the earth. All right, but the first main spot is going to be here in Babylon because we're going to need to get out of here quick, right, within 1 hour, from one end of the heaven to the other. So you're going to send his angel at the same time to go gather his elect from around the world. Now learn the parable of the fig tree. All right. So this is like one of the signs right here we're looking at, you know, the chariots and them coming out with the truth about it. When his branch is yet tender and putteth forth leaves, ye know that summer is nigh. All right. And we know that the branch and the leaves of a fig tree are put forth in the springtime. All right. In springtime, and once you see the leaves, you know that summer. You literally know that summer is nigh when the fruit is going to start to bud. All right. The figs grow in the summertime. The leaves grow in the spring. So likewise, ye, when ye shall see all these things, know that it is near, even at the doors. Verily I say unto you, this generation shall not pass till all these things be fulfilled. Heaven and earth shall pass away, so this current rulership is going to pass away. But my words shall not pass away as promised. But of that day and hour knoweth no man, no, not the angels of heaven. And we're looking at one of the angels of heaven, but my Father only. But as the days of Noah were, Noah was warning people, and telling them about the flood that was coming, the judgment from the Most High that was coming. So shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. For as in the days that were before the flood, this time is going to be with World War III, they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage until the day that Noah entered into the ark. So the elect going to be taken into the chariots. We're going to be inside one of those chariots, man, someday, Yahweh Ratazah. And knew not until the flood came and took them all away. They're going to be saying, what the hell is that? And it's going to be too late. So shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. When he shows up, they're going to say, what the hell is that? But the Lord told us, watch therefore, for ye know not what hour your Lord doeth come. They ain't going to let us know. The Lord going to have to make a big scene. He's going to blow a trumpet and everything so every eye can see him. You know, he shows up with all the chariots. Because if it was up to Esau, we'll never know about it. All right. So yeah, man, this was a quick update on this chariot, blessed chariot of Yahweh Shem Shai that was hit with a hellfire missile from Idumea, from hell beneath on the earth. And yep, that's why the Lord said death and hell are gonna be cast into the lake of fire. And this place, America, is that specific hell. So they shot a hellfire missile, and it was unaffected by it. Brushes right off. So yeah, man, we hope to see more of this and them bring out more videos, and hopefully we'll see more of this in person. You know, the chariots showing up. But yeah, they can't stop these chariots, and that's your ass, Esau. With that, I'm saying shalom.